What's going on, guys? Peety here. We're back with part 3 of World Warfare tutorial, how to get started with a successful city. This won't be too much longer. This is mainly for covering the basics with you guys and just giving you a ground head start and give you an idea of what to do in some of the basics. So with this one, if you haven't watched part 2, link in the description, okay? Very important. Anyways, we're still sitting here. We're pacifying, still shooting this tank. Everybody's loading up. And then we're headed north to take our next village. Okay? So, let's go into a few of the more technical things. Now, I touched on it briefly, but battlefield tech, as you can see, we have tier 1 tech, tier 2 tech, tier 3, tier 4, and they're limited by your battle level. As you get up in the different tiers, you're going to get different bonuses to more, more advanced troops. So up here, your King Tigers, your Tiger tanks, Stugs, so on and so forth. That's the same across all boards. So as far as upgrading these, I'm going to have to make a separate video because there's just too much that goes along with it. But what I recommend you guys doing is just start with all of your light tank upgrades. Once you move to level 10, you're going to want to start on your Stug upgrades. I haven't even explained Stugs yet because we're not level 5. Now we are. So, let these go. Alright. So, we're going to go to level 5, and I'm going to explain what Stugs do. Here's your Stug assault guns. We're going to go ahead and get training on them. I'm actually going to train 2. Those can keep training. So, what your Stugs do, as you can see from your anti-tank guns, they do 1150 damage to armor. The Stugs do the same thing, but to buildings. So you saw how it took us, nearly 5-10 minutes, maybe longer, to kill off this village with our army that we had. Stugs would be able to kill that village off in a minute, depending on how many you have. So they're very, 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 very useful for capturing different points. Like as you can see here, my guns are shooting at this now. They have 150 building damage. They might run out of ammo. They're going to run out of ammo before they take this over. So I'm going to just pull them off, and I'm going to see if I need those for anything. See if there's more tanks that pop up. But your Stugs are going to be one of the essential parts that you want of this army composition. So we're loading up all of our troops right now. We already have some in this army base. There's another tank for us. I'm going to go send him north, catch up to his buddies. Clicking back on your army base, your recon vehicles, dismiss them. You're going to get some return, some steel, some cash. They are gone. So now it takes it a second, but your supply is going to drop to 13 out of 16. And you just freed up some space for you to build better troops. These four infantry right here that are loading in, I'm going to delete them too. You only need 1, realistically. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have our first battle. I didn't know that there was a sniper tower there. So as you can see, the sniper tower shooting at us. He's got a 180 attack range. All sniper towers do. And level 1 turrets. The thing with turrets is as you upgrade them, you can see from our level 2, you gain attack range. This maxes out at 300 attack range unless you have officers. But these are always stuck at 180. So the Stugs, those are at 180 as well. Looking at our class tech, there's an upgrade inside of here that gives you bonus attack range. With the bonus attack range for the Stugs, you can literally call in 1 tug, have him look at that sniper tower, start shooting at it, and he could not be shot by that sniper tower because he outranges him. And he can just sit there. He's really effective against buildings. He'll kill it really quickly, and he could take this whole farm by himself, just 1 Stug. That's what we're looking to do. These light tanks, since we don't have that attack range bonus, these guys are going to be just tanks. They're gonna pave the way for our Stugs to start attacking. So I'm gonna start gemming here so we can really get to some examples. We'll get rid of that light tank for now. We're gonna finish these. Medium tank's coming in. This will help us out with pushing as well. We're gonna dispatch him, bring him up here, and we're actually gonna get ready to move those guys. First, let's delete these infantry out of our base. All right. So one thing about the Stug assault guns, you can see that they cost rubber, and we currently are at 70. I don't even know how we got that rubber initially. I think from a resupply pack. No, not even. I'm not sure how we got it. Usually you have to wait until level 6. At level 6 you will get a rubber factory. Where is it? Right here. And your city can start producing rubber. That's usually when the Stugs start rolling in. But we're just gonna let these finish. I'm gonna talk while these guys are rolling out. Gem them. Alright, so here's how we're gonna push. This guy's getting a little ambitious, trying to go after it himself. So is that infantry. So let's do this. What I like to do is simply click attack, move, click on the tower, and then the troops I don't want to move, I'll just click on them separately and move them out of the way. So this infantry, I don't want him running in there. He's going to get absolutely destroyed from that tower. So I'm just going to draw him away. Our Stugs are actually faster than our light tanks. No, they're not. They're significantly slower. So our Stugs are significantly slower. Usually you'll wait until your Stugs get caught up to your light tanks before you push like this, because right now this guy's taking damage and my Stugs aren't even close to shooting on him yet. But we're just going to push at it for now. The name of the game is to try to save every unit you possibly can. In this case, I'm not too concerned. A light tank is very cheap to produce. It's only 240 steel. So, yeah, they're all pushing. While they're pushing, we can see that there's also a tank over here and a couple recon vehicles. These should be no problem for our light tanks to kill, so I'm not going to use my anti-tank guns. I'm pretty sure this resource zone will have some medium tanks that I need to kill, so I'm going to start sending these guys that way. And you can just see how you just kind of roll with things. You just kind of come around. After we get done killing this farm, we're going to come over here, kill this resource zone, capture it. Come over here, kill this one, capture it. Come to this farm, move up to the rubber. This zone, you can have 2 rubber factories moving at the same time. That's going to be huge for making the Stugs. See, there's another one right here. So just capture everything up to get to this city. But for now, we're just sticking with what we got. This light tank is actually doing a good job at not dying to this thing. It's the armor. So our Stugs are moving. They're trying to catch up. Everything else is going as planned. Something else that I want to talk to you guys about is your turrets. So I mentioned before that your turrets have an attack range, and as you upgrade them, your attack range goes up, right? So these tanks, injured light tanks, they're going to spawn in the entire time throughout the battlefield. I'd say maybe 1, 2, or 3 of them per hour. With upgraded turrets, I'm actually going to do that now. I'm going to upgrade these up 1. They might be able to reach. Yep. They weren't shooting before, now they can shoot. And they're going to kill these things for you while you go offline. You can log off right now, and these are going to just continuously get you XP and level you up. That's one of the biggest things that I see from new players when they come into a battlefield and then they play for 20 minutes and then have to get off. They won't put any turrets down. So if they get off for the night and go to sleep, they missed out on like 4 or 5 battle levels. They could have been level 8 or 9, but they spawn back in and they're still level 3. So that's something that's very important. That's something that's really good for using your amethysts on. Is make sure you have 360 base coverage. I'm actually going to upgrade this one to level 2 as well. He might be able to shoot at him, maybe. I think that's a little too far. But you're just going to want to upgrade these guys up to at least 2. I would prefer 3. And then have them kill for you. That's going to make your XP go up, as you can see right here from your battle XP. Alright, so this is a not so perfect situation. So we're shooting at the sniper tower, it's shooting back at this guy, and then we got too close. There's 3 Stugs right there for finishing quests. Got a command center down. Got a level 3 turret. Okay, so we pushed in too close and these 3 guys targeted our tanks. So now we're taking excess damage for no reason. We're fighting this, but these guys are just sitting there hitting on us. This is something you want to avoid. Something you can do to avoid it is guide your people around to the left, like maybe push them from here to here and then come in from this side. That way these guys wouldn't be attacking us. It's an infantry, a jeep, and a light tank. I'm not concerned about it, but if this was like 2 medium tanks and a tiger tank, I would have came in from the left. Okay, because it would do a huge amount of damage. Alright, so we're watching the sniper tower. I got my first Stug shooting at it. Just look at how much damage that it's doing. The damage in this game, it kind of goes based off ticks, and sometimes the ticks lag. So, like, they're shooting at it right now, but the HP is not going down. It'll eventually catch up like you just saw there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, get my 3 assault guns. Now, normally I would just let these finish as everything's going good, but because this is a tutorial, I'm going to gem. You don't want to get into the habit of just gemming everything up until this point. Everything that I gemmed before, I would do that in the real game, okay? At this point, you want to save some of them. You see I'm at 1,400. I think I've burned 3,000 gems at this point. You want to save these for later in the game because they become very useful once you start getting attacked, so on and so forth. They can help you gem out an army, they can help you repair stuff, pacify quickly. You can actually gem this and pacify it right now if you wanted to. So you want to save these. I like to sit around 1,500 to 2,000 of these amethysts. But once these amethysts do run out, you'll switch to real gems. You want to save your real gems as much as possible. Unless you're in a dire situation, do not use real gems on little stuff like I'm doing right now. Unless you're just rich and you just want to spend a bunch of real money. Alright, well, these guys are going to march over there. We're going to capture this farm. And this is pretty much all I wanted to include in the tutorial. I'm going to do another video, tips and tricks, that will go a little further into just some other things that you can figure out. They're more, medium level, intermittent level, and veteran. You guys should check that out too. That'll give you guys a little future. This is just kind of the base, how to get your city started. Right here, we're going to be good. This city, I would say, is safe for the first 6 hours, depending on who is fighting you. In this case, my neighbor is level 1, and he can't even fly over here. So I might be safe for a couple days, just with this design. But don't let that stop you from getting on and keep progressing. You always want something to be upgrading. We just got level 6, so you always want something to be going in your city. This is still pacifying. You always want troops moving. If you know what you're doing, you can move things all at the same time and be very quick with it. So this is something I haven't checked yet, but currently we're ranked 27. I think we joined this battlefield really late. I don't know if it's updated either. But you can see all the other people inside of the game, inside of your battlefield. You can check all their different stats. Everyone's brand new in this one. Your league stats, these are something I haven't even talked about yet, but we will talk about them now. So in this game there's clans. In this game they call them leagues. You can found your own league, which I don't really recommend. The reason I don't recommend it is because if you join a league, you might be with somebody with experience. Somebody in that league might have already played the game before and they can tutor you. There's so many aspects to this game that if you try to play it alone, you are going to never figure out everything. So joining a league, you can ask people questions all the time. Ask what's the best army composition, what should I do here, what should I do there, and they will help you out. That's how I learned the game. I think that's how most of the people learn the game, except for the very first people. I would not found a league, I would join a league. These are just the leagues available inside of your current battlefield. But you can go ahead, if we wanted to join one, I guess I'll try to apply. This Goliath, they're in first place, there's 3 people in there. Second, third, and 6th place right now. I'm gonna apply to join, and I joined. I guess I didn't have any application, but I'm in. So now I'm running with these guys, and you can see my troops switched from whatever they were before to now a paw, and I'm in this league. I can come down into the bottom left. You can talk to the league. This is your team chat. This is specific to just your battlefield, but it's still your league. Here's battlefield chat with everybody inside of it. And then your main screen chat. It's where a bunch of people going crazy. Anyone could talk in this, no matter where they are in the game. But your leagues are very important. You can have 20 people in them. In this battlefield, it's 10, but usually it's 20. You also have diplomacy. You can ally, so we can request to ally these different leagues that are all hostile right now. And you can make it so you have 20 league members in yours allied with another group of 20 people, and you can make this map look pretty much all light blue or green, and then you just can focus on your enemies. Because right now any one of these guys can come over and try to kill me. This guy can try to come over, he can team up with these 5 people and come over and attack me. Having a league will help save you. You can coordinate together and coordinate attacks and push cities together. If you were to push this city, we're still a while from pushing it, but if you were to push this city with a teammate, it would be twice as easy. Some math for you. Anyways, is there anything else I missed? Tanker, as far as these different classes, I made a video on them, like I said in part 1. You can go ahead and check them out. Something else that's kind of important is in the bottom right here, this little globe, or whatever it is, universe. Here you can upgrade your troops. So this is every troop in the game. You can click on your infantry, for example, and then it says what you'll get benefited from by spending this amount of points. I'm going to upgrade them once, and I'm going to get some HP, upgrade them again, and it's taken from your gold coins. These gold coins are, you can buy them, but you also get them for free. You get quite a bit at the end of battlefields, depending on how you do. I like to always make sure that I have, while this stuff is upgrading, I'm going to upgrade this. So in 60 minutes, I want to make sure I have enough money for the next one. I'm actually just going to join this one. So it's about 901k. So I want to make sure I'm sitting above that next one. These, as you can see, it just doubled in time. They start to get very long. On my main account, I think I have an upgrade that's going, and it's like 156 hours or something like that. Longer than a week. So they get to be a long time, and I think it's like 65,000 gold per upgrade. So you just want to make sure you're sitting on some gold, and then you can come over here and upgrade whatever troops you'd like. If you want to get your Stugs a little bit better, go ahead and put a little bit on Stugs. If you want to get your scouts up, so on and so forth. And then these just help you with your damage, HP, and defense. They just help all around. So these are critical. Don't leave these at 1. Just what I would recommend is work on the things you use most. Me, when I first started, I used Stugs an absolute ton just because of the damage they did and how all of my other troops were level 1. So I maxed these out very quickly, or got them very high level. So that's what I would recommend. But if you're going to be using bombers, upgrade your bombers. If you're going to be using artillery, upgrade artillery. That's about it as far as what we can go into. One final thing, I guess, is officers. This is in the bottom right hand corner, the dude's face. You can buy different officers and they give you bonuses. I'm not going to get into that in this video. I might touch on it in the tips and tricks, or I might just make a separate officer video. But just know that these are here if you want to boost some stuff up. And yeah, that's it. So we're about to capture this. I'm going to send my troops in. And we're just going to keep pushing. So thank you guys for watching these videos. I know they're a little long, but the detail inside of them is... There's just a lot at the beginning of the battlefield if you've never played. If you have played, maybe you caught a few things here, probably not. But I'm going to make a tips and tricks videos for you guys, like I've been saying, and that should be more your speed. So check that out. I appreciate you guys watching, and take it easy.